Hello guys, this is Vris and today we are doing Corporate Downsizing achievement again. And this time it will be Treasure Fleet Expert Mode map. I have deck that can contain no more than 5 cards and these are my choices. So the only expensive card is one rare rocket tower that goes for around 100 BFP. And the deck is built around a rocket tower because it is perfect tier 2 tower, requires only one fire orb after buff, I would say, not nerf, because it used to be pure. Now it's just one fire orb. For this run it doesn't really matter. What matters is that it can knock back small and medium units, it has decent damage, and it shoots 4 rockets at different targets. So when you have a few of these rocket towers, they will crowd control with this knockback large amounts of units, or large numbers of units, which is very helpful for defending your southern and northern bases. The rest is just to support. Scavenger is good because it's swift and it's S-counter with decent damage, so it's good for early game to counter those masses of small units. Suppression is really helpful and probably necessary for dealing with paralyzers in the middle and big cannon in the north. Then magma hurlers are just good, and later game many units are L size, and as you can see magma hurler is L counter. And Gemmi's I love Gemmi's because they have nice hit points, take 15% less damage, and also have long range and AoE attack, especially the Shadow Affinity, which leaves tainted speed, so a few of them can really deal with most that we are going to face. This is my very first attempt on the map, so there are mistakes, but I do it without losing any wagons. So I hope this means that even if you are not very familiar with the map, you will manage to beat it after a few tries. So I start off with getting power wells as soon as possible, so the power can flow and give me as much power as I can gather before the first wagon starts. Let's speed things a little bit. Since I don't have mine, I don't have a hurricane on, as I usually do, and on different deck runs. I use scavengers, but I don't know really how many I need. Here I micromanaged to make them survive. I grab orb to heal, but I'm actually impatient and start the fight, hoping the one with full hit points, or not anymore, would get aggro of this pack, and the rest can just beat them without punishment, but they actually focus the low HP ones. So does the shaman, so it didn't really work that well. I should have healed to max and then attack. 2 rocket towers, and for early game it's really enough, so it's very cheap defense. For 140 power you can have my favorite defense in strategy games, that is set and forget. They will do everything for you. They can counter air, they can counter small units, medium units that also ground, that they can knock back and do nothing. When units are knocked back, they are technically crowd controlled. The wagon is coming. Grab the first well here. I still have some time, so I focus on getting power, healing them to maximum, and the first encounter can be pulled to the towers, so I don't need to fight just with my units. You can see they didn't do much. I hope the same for bugs, but they get knocked back by the wagon and get out of range from these rocket towers. And here my scavenger army just tries to clear what's in range of the wagon. I have 5 scavengers, and here I'm building rocket tower to have crowd control because there is a spawner and 2 twilight hags that knock back medium units, so my scavengers cannot hit them, and to kill just these 2 it would take army of scavengers, which I don't have, but having them taken care by rocket tower, which keeps them busy, is a really nice way to get rid of the spawner, which will not send more patrols in later this match. So I sent full HP one to aggro them, while my scavenger army clears what's on the path of the wagon. They are S counters, so a few scavengers deal massive damage. Here, hags are almost down. What happened here? This is Will Zapper that paralyzes your units, and I managed to cast suppression before it paralyzed any of my scavengers. They have some time before wagon comes, so they can beat this army and hopefully get rid of this Will Zapper. Let's slow down things a little bit. Also, we can have a look at my southern base. So it's nothing. It doesn't really need anything. And here, Rocket Tower keeps units busy while my poor scavenger downs this infestation. Here, scavengers actually attacking randomly what was the closest to them, cleared this army and are downing Will Zapper. Since I have no healing spells, I am sending one scavenger ahead of the rest to build Rocket Tower so I can heal before striking the last camp, which is here, and it's quite hard because there is this bombard with a lot of hit points, Devastator, and 2 packs of Slayers. And a hint for you, if you didn't know, Slayers will shoot with deadly precision as long as there are none of their enemies close to them. So if you get in melee, they will lose a lot of damage bonus. And it should be done. Since I don't know how many of scavengers it may take to get this camp down and what should be the order of killing things, this doesn't go too smooth, but it goes successfully. Meanwhile, my scavenger cleared this camp, and I'm leaving this rocket tower. Towers are great things for defense because they do not count towards your population limit, so you can just spam them as long as you have the power. I have three towers. Okay, and I'm getting ready for the final assault here. My scavengers almost healed next to this tower. Wagon came with over half of the hit points. The tower will actually also take care of units that are coming. I suppressed the bombard. Actually, I sent one scavenger ahead of the pack to get the first hit just in case if I didn't manage to cast suppression and block it, but it was okay. And I focus the bombard first because it deals the most damage. I hope that my scavenger can get in melee, but Devastator does devastating damage, so actually scavengers do not stand a chance. So I'm watching the timer suppression to cast it again. I cannot afford any hit. And here I realize that I'm going down faster than my enemy. So I'm going to grab a wall to have presence to build tower faster than it would be without the presence. And you will see what happens next. Even this distance is too far from my scavengers to make them lose the bonus, so they hit full power, Devastator also full power, and there is Bombard that can actually one hit everything there is here. So close, so close. I'm getting worried about Wagon surviving. So I send my Scavenger to Devastator. Since he is in melee, he will get attention and also slow Devastator. So there is a little less damage taken by the Wagon. And why do I care? It has still plenty of hit points. Because there have been numerous attempts, not with this deck, but in general on this map, when I was learning it. Wagon can die even 1 millimeter outside the circle, so you really don't want to risk anything, because if you lose one, you do not lose the game, but you have to escort another wagon for the whole path all around the map. So Scavengers taking damage from Devastator. Here, we cannot say this, but I think I'm out of Scavenger charges. Or close to zero. It's the well is going down really fast. I was hoping to get rid of the archers, so maybe the tower and orb could survive this strike, but actually they didn't. And here I am tier 3 magma hurlers, which are elk hunters, but I didn't spawn them properly to be in range, in melee range of Devastator, to draw his aggro from Monument to let it survive to hurlers, so I lose the Monument here. Also, let's have a look at the base here. Really big masses, and I barely have to repair these towers at all. Even this one is holding pretty well. Let's get back to the camp. So this part could have been done a lot better way, but still it's stable. I'm slowly recovering. The monument is getting rebuilt, and since I want to set up defense here, I focus getting the tower first, so I can heal and get wall. So I'm getting walls, trying to get space here to get the wall. That's quite expensive, 75 power. And in the south I have 3 hurlers, which also knock back, which do splash damage, that are one of the best units of Battleforge, I would say. As for their cost, versatility, oh my god, they can be used in many different situations. They are range, they can counter air units, also this recording is done in first attempt, so normally I would start all over again, but I prefer to share what I have than to work forever on perfect recording, which I do not release because I never finish it. Okay, so what happens here? I'm trying to clear this camp to get well, but 2 hurlers were not enough, and positioned them wrongly, because these archers, which we mentioned before, get full damage and overwhelm them and they die. Here my army is focused on clearing the path for wagon, and it's not that hard because we have paralyzer down. These packs are small, and this hurler army can manage perfectly. Here I built another wall, not wall, tower, and I think there will be a 5th tower for late game, but just in case, better safe than sorry. So let's have a look what happens here. I believe if I sent hurlers to Twilight Slayers and then Focus Negator, they would have managed to clear this. So everyone is dead, but I didn't know, actually nothing will respawn here. So you have another chance to strike that. Here my hurlers cleared what was left, got the wall and 3 towers. I built towers just to slow enemy units, and in case a tower survives, I will go back to heal from it. Here you can see crazy packs getting devastated by my towers. For some reason, hurlers attacks give me a lot of satisfaction. Here's my healing tower. And for the north, I'm hoping to defend with just these 2, so my army can heal and clear the spawner and tier 4 for me. And even if something strikes the wagon, it will survive with this number of hit points. These units didn't notice they are being nuked. Here, when attacking the left side, please remember about this patrol that goes around here, because you don't see it, and there is a evil eye or rat geyser that will disintegrate your army. There is a vile blood, so even if you kill him fast, you will have to walk away from the fumes. And horror, which can paralyze, so weaken your army. And for example, paralyze a unit that is standing in poison from the vile liquids, and you just are guaranteed to lose 1 unit. There is no point for that.
Your forces are under attack.
So the spawner is down. Wagon has reached the spot. These hurlers are doing nicely, and here, oh, I missed it again. Sorry. I started the fight by suppressing all these buildings, 2 strong towers, and Fleshbender, but I realized that blocking Fleshbender doesn't prevent it from healing, so it's pointless. Suppression has no cooldown, so you can suppress both towers at once. And then I recommend focusing fire on a single unit, so because 1 HP unit deals as much damage as 100% HP unit, so it's better to eliminate one by one. Hurlers are L counters, so you can see there's tremendous damage. Let's see what is happening. Oops. So barely surviving hurlers are clearing quite big numbers of units that are coming. Here my towers are still holding off pretty well. And let's see how it ends in this camp. Here's a big pack, also very satisfactory to watch. So like 8 packs of units just scratched my towers. I stayed a while next to the power wall to get some health back. And I'm clearing camps on the way to my, let's say, main base. A lot of patrols are coming. And meanwhile I am getting tier 4. That will allow me to spawn Gemmis. Towers don't need that much help. And here my strike at the spawner volume 2. Here I used Scavenger to draw attention from these units, so it's kind of crowd control technique, and Twilight Horror wasted his paralyze on Scavenger that instantly died. And my first Gemmi. The tower got destroyed, but there are many more. Here I sent Gemmi to clear this camp. It's very easy. Here just one hurler is enough to get well, because my starting walls got depleted, and I will get slower power income. Here I destroyed the spawner, so there will be less extra units. This was risky. Now one unfortunate loss of attention can cause the wagon to get destroyed, but thankfully I got it under control. Hurlers are getting healed, and GMI is doing the job. Another one joins him. As you can see, not very big pack almost managed to get through, and we don't want Viblet to die in the area of these towers, because even if he's dead, he can wipe half of my defenses. And here what happened, I sent my army to this camp because there are 2 wells which do not require any defense, and also I suppressed Hatecaster. And this is just a piece of cake and face roll. Everything happening fast. Here Hurler got this well and that chest. Now I'm getting some HP back. There are now 5 towers defending the southern base. So the army is almost full HP. Death gliders are very tricky and risky. You can miss them flying around the map easily, and they do pretty nice damage on the wagon. So losing attention at the final spot can also cause you a loss. I will show you the tricky, sneaky, tricky pack of gliders at the last moment of the map. Here we can see Twilight Dragon ready to face my army.
Forces are under attack.
Now the patrols consist of Death Gliders, Hags and some small units that come from these two caves. Big pack. So as you can see, this map is also about switching attention between north and south, repairing towers, walls.
Your forces are
Here
under attack.
this gets a little out of control. As you can see, Vileblood left what we didn't want to have left. Here I clear this camp for fun, but there's no reason to do it apart from the spawner. And my army is quite ready to take the dragon. Hurlers are getting healed by rocket tower. The dragon poses no threat. Since I never remember when these units come from this way, I prefer to have vision here to intervene, just in case, to have time to intervene. And now since the wagon is in good condition, my army is in good condition, my Gemites are hungry for a fight, I engage this camp just to play on time. One the glider can not kill, he gets taken care of. And here I built 2 towers a few moments ago, but they are needed for this last moment, which I announced. So the Death Gliders come. Actually, the towers didn't perform very well. I usually have different towers at this spot on this map, but here just remembering was crucial, because if your wagon gets somehow low HP, these 2 well gliders can just destroy it on the last path. Even before they die knocked by towers, it can make the run longer. There is no reason for it. So that concludes it. Took longer than I expected, but the achievement is completed on this stage. We'll see each other in the next map. Thank you for watching, and leave a comment below which deck you used to beat Treasure Fleet Expert. Thank you.